So I've been on a journey. What kind of journey, you might ask? Well, a journey to find the perfect vampire shooting game. It doesn't have to be first person, but I want to find a game where it lets me shoot guns and kill vampires. That's all I really ask. And today we're going to be looking at Darkwatch. Now, Darkwatch is an FPS Western. Now, yes, it sounds like I'm saying Best Western, FPS Western. I want to say Best Western. I want to go take a stay. But right here, in the opening, one of the early cutscenes, you're robbing a train. And then, ooh, who are you? God, you got nice titties. Oh, she's like, yes, I'm stopping you. What are you doing? No, it's gonna blow. I'm gonna blow. No, I'll save you. Boom, 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 boom. And then this big vampire crawls out and he's like, what's up, compadre? My name is Jericho. Well, no, the guy you're playing as is Jericho. But this vampire comes out, breaks the metal, he's all big and bad, and I'm like, oh shit, it's getting real. Then you go and do this little, weird, battle on top of the train, which is really sick. Right after this, right after he unleashes all the hell that the hell can manage to hell. You know, kind of like what happened in New York when KSI offered to give people PS5s. Anyways, you get bit by the vampire. You are sort of a half vampire. Miss Sexy Lady's like, come with me. And I'm like, I will follow you to the ends of the earth, baby. So we go and fight on top of the train, and then we end up on horses. And this is one of the greatest on-rail shooting segments I have ever played in a video game. Red Dead Redemption, eat my little penis. This part was so fucking insanely fun. Like, just mowing down cowboys on horses that are vampire demons at the same time. Nothing can compete with this. Nothing. And I've had sex with a real woman. And this shit fucking slaps, man. I mean, it was just so much fun. And this is how this game opens. It's like, here's a little boss fight where you fight a vampire on a train. Now you're gonna ride away and have a really cool fucking gunslinging mixed slap land in the middle of an open field on a horse. And when you're doing this, you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then the vampire guy shows up for the second time. You're like, I thought I kind of was whooping you on the train. But here I am. And I was like, right here, I was looking back. I was like, where is he going to come from? What's he going to do? Is he a vampire? Because he's coming for you. And then I was just blasting him away. Like, do you see how cool this is? Keep in mind, this is a game that came out on the PS2 and Xbox original. So, a lot of the things in this game, when I was playing it, right here, I'm leaning on the side of the horse to, avoid getting molested by these fire bombs. And that is such a cool mechanic. And this is where it establishes the lean mechanic. Throughout this game, you can lean with the weapon, kind of like Rainbow Six Siege. But again, this game came out, way before Rainbow Six Siege. And it's insane how cool this is. I mean, the facial animations are leaving a lot to be desired. I mean, these are some faces that not even a mother could love. But for the story, I mean, I was down with it. I haven't quite finished the game yet. I'm about 4 hours in, and I'm absolutely going fucking nuts over this game. This game is what I wanted to feel when I was playing Redfall. Microsoft, fucking Bethesda, what's the developer? What are the idiots that made Redfall? Arcane Austin. Buy a copy of this game. Think, this is how we make vampires and shooting cool. We should do this. Instead of the crappy game we made, we should make a fun game like this, where I can ride a horsey and shoot a vampire in the fucking taint. That is what I want. Just a game where I can have fun, shoot vampires, look cool, watch a sexy chick, push a casket, and I'm like, right here, this was one of the parts where I was like, this is sick. I like this chick that I'm running with. She's a hot cowgirl, and I'm like, let's go, me and you, to the end of the earth, and then, bam! She loses her fucking head, and the vampire dude's back. He's looking at you saying, hey, guess what? You fucking suck. You let me free, and now I'm gonna eat your pussy. I'm gonna eat your pussy real nice. And I'm like, no, you won't eat my pussy. And just look at these. These are the guns in this game, too. Every one is just Like, see, this is another slight at Redfall, because Redfall's guns suck. Its enemy design sucks. Like this chick, she's a flying vampire lady, got big boobs, she's sexy, and there's nothing better than a big boobed enemy in a video game. That's just something that's cool. God of War knew this, Blood Rain knew this game knows this. Hell, even fucking Serious Sam knows this. Big boobed enemies rock, even if they are a little spongy and a little hard to kill. Because, well, nothing's really that hard to kill in this game. Aiming's just kind of difficult because it's an old game. A lot of the mechanics in this game aren't fully fleshed out because it's a game that came out in like 2005. But it's fun. That's what I want. Like the fact that I have a shotgun with an axe on the hilt, which you saw a second ago. And right here, this shotgun has an axe on the hilt. How much cooler do you need a fucking shotgun to be? Like, see that? Axe hilt shotgun. It's like, welcome to my boomstick and also my wood cutting machine. That is fucking amazing. That is all you need. That is what I want in my house. Home defense shotgun axe. Sign me up. This game fucking oozes cool. I mean, right away, I'm like, okay, I'm already liking these early enemy designs. It's pretty neat. It's got some pretty flashy cutscenes. Nothing fantastic. It tells me to double jump, and I'm like, what? I can double jump in this game? Because you're a vampire, so you get this cool, like, fly jump thing. And I was like, oh, this is fucking neat. And, like, so, one thing I did make a mistake of, and you'll see it right here, I kind of, like, shot people a lot more than I should have, because it's an old game. As you can see from my fucking shitty camera work, is this game, I'm playing it on my Xbox 360, and I don't have a capture card, and even if I did have a capture card, this game came out a long time ago, so you're not going to be, like, hitting shots you want to. That the reticle kind of gets in your way a little bit. If I was going to have gripes of this game, those would be some of the gripes I would have. Other than, like, the game feeling fantastic for its era, that's true, but I played a lot of games like Halo and stuff, and when the reticle goes red, that means they're dead. In this game, you gotta watch that middle point, which it really doesn't tell you, so it's something you gotta learn through trial and error, which I wasn't fully about, you know. It was something that kind of, I was a learning curve. But, like, the double jump, I thought maybe I could sneak out that way. But double jump in an FPS game, that's cool. There's some little platforming areas in this game that just fucking slap my dick around all over the place, and I'm all about that. There's nothing like the old meat snake slap. Nothing like it. And look at me just cut through some fucking monsters with a shotgun. That is just insane. It reminds me of the brute shot in Halo. Oh yeah, and then when I fucking ran into this big chungus, I wanted to really show you guys how cool this guy is. He's got 2 swords and he's fat. Talk about great character design. Fat guy, 2 swords. I mean, Doom had the fat guy with the fucking missile launchers, but he didn't have swords. Come on. And then you can pick up dual-wielding pistols, which have blades on the bottom of them. Like, this is the closest I have found to playing a Blade Fantasy video game. Except for this one set in the West. This is the closest I've found. And it sucks because you get all these fucking zombie games that's stupid. Zombies are lame. I've always thought they're lame. That's why I wasn't ever a big fan on the, like, Dead Rising series. Also, the the timer bullshit in Dead Rising just annoys me. I never liked that. I don't like when any game puts me on a timer. I think timers are stupid. Just let me do whatever the fuck I want. But I've never been the biggest on zombies. I think they're okay. I like The Last of Us, but they're not my thing. This game with the monsters and like, some of them might be zombies, but they're also vampires. It's like, this is a vampire world. They're the undead, controlled by vampires. This is cool. I can fuck with this. They're not just brain dead zombies. They're shooting back at me. This is cool. I get so sick of every month, every year, there's a new zombie game, and I never see any shits with vampires. So here I am, playing a game from 2000 fucking something, where I'm shooting shit, and I'm like, whoa, why isn't this game back compat? It's because no one knows what the fuck this game is. Not to mention that the cover art was kind of lame. It was just like a cowboy dude in like a lot of fog. You can barely even see what's going on. It's like watching this gameplay here. This gameplay, you can sort of see what I'm doing. It's not pretty. It looks like it was filmed in 2009. But I hope that my commentary is at least getting you like measured in. Like I'm going missionary on you, and I'm just slowly edging that tip in to really get you guys like fully engrossed into what I'm talking about and why this game's so fucking sick. I just wish more games came out like this, or if PlayStation and Xbox could figure out how to port all their old games, because the fact that this used to be backwards compatible on the 360 but isn't backwards compatible on the One is stupid. The fact that shit is like not backwards compatible on the PS4 the way it or 5 the way it should be is stupid. I mean, even the bomb running enemies in this game feel well balanced. I've never said that. I've never been in a game where I'm like, the enemies that run at you with bombs, I don't mind them. I usually hate them. I think they're stupid and annoying. And this game, it was like they pick up the bomb and run at you at the same pace that all the other ones run at you. So it seems more like a realistic thing instead of just like Serious Sam guys just rah in your fucking face. I don't know, man. This game, to me, really oozes the charm of the 2000s, you know? It oozes a charm of when FPS games and games were a little more willing to step out of their fucking comfort zone. They're willing to, like, do shit that other games wouldn't. Like, really push the envelope of what should be done. And the reason stuff like this bothers me so much is I look at where we're at now, where the FPS genre really is kind of gone stagnant. It's kind of gone to this area where people are like, oh, there's already too many of them, when there isn't. You got a lot of the multiplayer FPS, sure. I mean, not like it used to be where it was just like every game was cool and everything had its own like cool story, and then it had a cool multiplayer on top of that. That's what I miss. I miss when FPS games were actually, people would worry about them as an actual foundation. They weren't just like horror FPS and a short campaign to push a multiplayer. It just kind of bothers me. I look at stuff like this, these undercover hidden gems, and I just think about how this is from a time long forgotten. And there's nothing I don't want to go back to this area because the graphics are ass cheeks and make ugly sins. But I just think that maybe remaking something like this, seeing something like this with a great fucking idea, a great foundation, a good and evil, like right there I made a choice whether to save or condemn that soul. Having little options like that. Now the whole game doesn't need to like revolve around these choices, but having little stuff like that boost some powers, and like if you want to be bad, you get bad powers. If you want to be good, you get good powers. That type of stuff's cool to me. Little puzzles where I gotta figure out how to open doors, gotta go find switches. It's charm in games like that. Like, I literally ran past it right there. I remember doing this like earlier today, and I was like, where does that plunger at? And I did not see it for the life of me. Watching it back now, I can fucking see it, and it's irritating me. But that's all I came to say, guys. This is a fucking 10 out of 10. So far, I haven't beat the game, but so far, it's got a good story, it's got a fun gameplay loop, it's got some pretty neat puzzles. Sometimes you blow up the doors, which there were some other areas where I threw dynamite at it, if you're wondering why I threw dynamite. That's all I got for you guys. Like, comment, dislike, I don't care. Subscribe, you goddamn idiots, and I'll catch you on the next one.